I had spent most of my teenage years feeling lost, insecure, and like I was running out of time, but it did not have to be that way. So in this video, I'm giving you the things I wish someone had told me sooner, the kind of things that could save you years of confusion, self-doubt, and wasted potential. These are also the things that I live by now, and I want to hand them to you before the world tries to shake them out of you. So the first thing is, your hobbies, those little hobbies you do, are clues. They're not just time fillers. That silly hobby you do alone in your room, that thing you never show anyone because it's just for fun, that it won't become a real job. Those things some might call a waste of time, they're not. And do not ignore that. That's your goldmine. Whether it's art, writing, coding, editing, even building things in Minecraft, or just doodling in your sketchbooks. They're all clues to what makes your brain light up. Hobbies aren't just this thing you do. They are the map to your future joy, so nurture them. Take them seriously before the world tells you to get real. Once you take the time to nurture them, to love them, to develop passion for them right now, nothing can stop you. People are gonna tell you all sorts of things, and the world gets harsher once you're an adult. You're supposed to be responsible, do the things that are guaranteed to work. Not take risks, but still take them. Be courageous, but still do not be too courageous. You get told these things. Only passion is what's gonna guide you through it. So nurture your passions, because one day they will not be just little things. They'll be your lifeline. Listen, you might still have a job, a full-time job or something to do, but those passions, you do not have to make a job out of them. But they might be your lifeline in the future. They might be the thing you come back to after a long day. They might be the only thing that might be a business or might be something you get an income from, but it does not feel like work. The second thing is, you're not supposed to have it all figured out. No one has the answers during their teenage years, and even at 25 or maybe even 30. You never do. You never have your full answers. That's the point. The point is to figure it out. That is the fun part. If you knew everything, would you really do anything? You already know how this thing is gonna turn out. You already know that this is gonna fail, that this is gonna succeed. You will not be able to have a journey to talk about. You will not be able to have anything to talk about. So if you feel lost, that's good. That means you're alive. Every adult you admire, they're still figuring it out behind the scenes. So relax, you're not behind. You're just becoming. Allow yourself the gift of not knowing, the gift of slight ignorance, because curiosity will take you further than knowing how everything is gonna turn out. Self-worth does not equal productivity. You are not a machine. Your value is not in your grades, your looks, your resume, whatever it is. That does not tell you your worth. Something I used to tell myself when I was a senior was, I am not my GPA, I am not my grades, but I am the work I put in, the passion I bring to the table. That honestly changed my life. If I had not told myself that, I would not have turned from a C student to an A+ student at such a short period of time. Before senior year, I was just a C student. I was just getting by and sketching in my sketchbooks all the time, even during classes. But my life turned around once I adapted that mindset. Say it in the form of affirmations if you need. Your worth does not come from papers and numbers or your GPA. Your worth comes from what you bring to the table. By that, I mean your work, your passion, how you keep showing up for yourself, okay? Learn to rest without guilt. Create without an audience. Feel your feelings without rushing them away, because your self-worth is quiet. It's in the way you treat yourself when nobody is watching. Passion isn't loud, it's consistent. Everyone talks about finding your passion like it's some huge lightning bolt moment, but it's not. Passion is quiet. It's in the repeat button. It's when you nurture it, it gets louder and louder. You get more and more attached over time. I had this other affirmation back when I was in school. It was about how action equals spark equals further action equals more spark. I literally wrote it down. That really explains how passion works. What do you always come back to? What do you lose time doing? That's the thing to water. That's the thing to nurture. Not just once, but over and over. Even if you do not think you have passion for something, you only ever know after putting in some action if a spark shows up or not. And sometimes it takes days, sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years. I want you to remember that what you water right now is what will bloom later. So the point of this section is, what you water right now will bloom later. Passion does not feel like infatuation. Passion does not feel like a stab in the heart out of nowhere. The next thing is, being too much is a lie. You're not too emotional. You're not too loud. You're not too sensitive or too creative or too introverted or too extroverted. You were just never meant to shrink to someone else's idea of normal. If someone else finds you abnormal, so what? And if someone ever tells you that and literally has the audacity to tell you to minimize yourself for them, ask them this. Why do you feel the need to shrink someone else? Ask them why. Why should I shrink myself? Why should I minimize my presence? Why should I be less loud? Because you're too quiet? Is it because you have things you want to say and cannot say them? That's why you don't want others to speak, so you would feel normal because you do not feel normal within yourself? Normal is not the same for everyone. Everyone's normal is different. Your normal looks different than the other person's because what you want to do, the things you have to say, are different from someone else's. So they might not feel normal within themselves because there are things that they want to say, that they want to do, but do not allow themselves to do it. So ask them about it. Do not take it personally. And remember, you're never too much. Own the weird, own the softness, own whatever it is you're about. That is your magic. The people who get you will find you, but only if you stop hiding. Learn money early. It's self-love. Learn how to save, learn what a budget is, learn how to say no to trends that drain your wallet and your soul. Financial literacy isn't boring, okay? It's power. It makes you powerful. It's how you build freedom, the kind where you choose what you want to do with your life. You'll eventually get to spend on whatever you want to spend. But you first have to learn how to invest in yourself. Start now, even if it's just $5 a month, and use 50% of what you've been saving up, even if it's little, to invest in your skills, invest in yourself. And I don't mean like fancy stocks and stuff. If that feels intimidating, you can invest in your skills. Get the books that could benefit you, or courses, or whatever it is that suits you, that will build you up for your future. Next up is create without asking permission. You do not have to post your work. A lot of people say you should post your art early on. I do not think that's true. I was going to when I was younger, but I eventually realized I was not capable. I have not learned yet how to manage the balance of quality and quantity. And when it comes to posting your art, it's more so content creation rather than making the art itself. You need to learn the balance before getting into it. I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm saying this to save you the burnout that comes with content creation, especially as an artist, especially as a creative. But do collect all your work. I keep a box full of my old sketches. I keep all my sketches, even the ones from literally 7 years ago or 10 years ago. Do not throw them away. You'll eventually be able to use them and show them off when you're ready. But if sharing your journey is something you want to do early on, just do it. Do it and learn if you have the energy to balance the things I talked about. Remember that even if no one watches, especially if no one watches, the point is not to go viral. The point is to show up for your own ideas. The point is to document your journey. The point is to build a community that is also going through that journey with you. Because when you create, you're saying, I believe my voice matters, and it does. Next up is mental health deserves attention, not shame. If you feel anxious, numb, sad, lost, talk to someone. Journal. Let it out. You do not have to earn help. Your mind is a part of your body and it deserves as much care as a broken bone. Please don't suffer in silence. You're not weak. You're just human. If you're too afraid of writing things down, you can always just write them down. Let everything out. I really recommend writing everything down because then you'd visually see what the problem is. You can analyze what you've written to find the issue and to find solutions, or just let it out of your head. Your subconscious mind carries so much weight that is stressing you out that will eventually weigh you down and slow you down. So be really careful and let it all out. And if you want, you can always burn those papers if you want them to be gone. If I could go back and tell my younger self, you're doing so well, even on the days it doesn't look like it. And I tell you the same. These years are hard, but they're not wasted. They're the soil, you are the seed, so keep growing, keep dreaming. You have time, you have power, and you have yourself. And that's enough. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Art Diary.